How do you get your partner to step up in the bedroom? That is what we're going to be talking about in this video. Before I get started though, please subscribe to our channel and turn on that little bell so you get notifications when we post a new video so you never miss one. Anyways though, back to this was the question that was submitted. How do I get my woman to take control in bed? So I'm gonna broaden this a little and make it just more, how do I get my partner to take control in bed? For this question, and I would say for about 80% of the questions that we do have submitted to us, the first thing that I would recommend is that you need to have a conversation with your partner. I know it's hard and it's uncomfortable, and that's often the last thing that we want to do, but there is no magical way to get your partner to just start doing exactly what you want them to do in bed, or a secret spell that will have them read your mind. Honestly, I think most people are already doing what they think their partner wants. So what your partner is doing is probably what they think you want. And so it is your responsibility to communicate to them what you actually want. If there was a magic spell, I would give it to you guys. Trust me, I like you guys, and I would share that information, but I'm not a witch. I wish I was though. I mean, that would be, man. Can you imagine how different this channel would be? But for now, as a mortal, what I can recommend is to use the gift of speech and be honest. Honest conversations about sex are very difficult to have, but you can do it. I know you can. It just takes practice. So number one, the place to start with any conversation about sex, and especially this one, is self-responsibility. Because if you are not happy with something that is going on in the bedroom, or you are not happy with the way that your partner is behaving, that is actually your problem. You need to figure out what is going on for you before you even start talking to this person. You need to get really honest with yourself. And what I mean by that is you need to ask yourself the question, why do you want your partner to take more control in bed? Does that turn you on? Is it super sexy when your partner is really confident and throwing you down? Are you tired? Are you maybe just tired at the end of your day? You just want your partner to step up so that you can have a break. Do you need to surrender and relinquish control? If we're always in control, sometimes we just want to be with somebody who we trust and can surrender to and say, take control and do what you will with me, because that would be awesome. I don't want to have to make the decisions right now. Are you feeling insecure that your partner isn't initiating sex, or that your partner is maybe just starfishing? Are you actually just looking for reassurance as opposed to them to completely take control? The second thing, you need to get really clear on what that looks like for you. So when you say, I want my partner to take more control in the bedroom, what does that actually mean? Does that just mean you want them to initiate sex more? Do you want them to make more decisions about what exactly you do or where you have sex? Do you just want them to be on top more? Do you want them to tie you up? Do you want to starfish? Do you want to do nothing? Or do you want to be completely bound and gagged and blindfolded and spanked and whipped and spit on and have hot wax dripped all over you because that turns you on? What do you want? What do you want? What does your partner taking control actually mean? Also, once you're really clear about what it is that you want, consider if there's ever been times when your partner has done those things. Using examples that they already have in their repertoire is really great for helping them to understand and then be willing to engage. Then it's time to actually have the conversation. No criticism. When you come into this conversation with your partner, you're speaking from your perspective, and you're not saying what you don't like. You are asking for what you do want. So you are making a request of your partner. And so my favorite way to word this request is, would you be willing to? Would you be willing to initiate sex at least once a week? Would you be willing to get on top the next time we have sex? Would you be willing to spank me while I suck my thumb? You know, whatever it is that you want. This way, as opposed to being like, I want you to do this. You need to do this more. It is a request where you're giving them the power. And again, you want to pepper in all of those beautiful examples of the things that they've already done that you like. We want to build their confidence and tell them what works, and then say, I want more of this, or I want this and. So if all goes well, and they're just like, oh yeah, of course, I'd be willing to do that. And then you're like, great. And then your sex life is perfect after that. Aces. And realistically, that's not exactly how these conversations go. The request will not always be met with open arms, and you need to be open to that. However, hopefully if you've come at it from a really self-responsible way, this person is at least willing to compromise and negotiate with you and have an honest conversation about what they want and what works for them and what they are willing to do, even if it's not fulfilling your whole request. So be open to that negotiation. Another thing you could do that would be very helpful is ask them how you can support them. How can I help you in fulfilling this? What do you need from me? How can I show up? What validation do you need or reassurance do you need from me to be okay to come forward in the way that I'm asking you to? Also, try to avoid leaving the conversation unfinished. You know, sometimes we get so uncomfortable in conversations about sex that we're just like, oh yeah, okay, well, okay, thanks for telling me, and like, can we just talk about this later? Or like, okay, yeah, I'll keep that in mind. You'll keep it in mind. Like, what does that even, like, does that mean you're gonna do it? Does that mean you're gonna try it? Like, when? Tonight? You wanna do it now? Try to stay in the conversation and encourage them to stay in the conversation until you have made some decisions about how you want to move forward. And then when you have come to a lovely decision that hopefully you're both on board with, be patient. A big part of the success of this conversation will be in how you nurture the aftermath. Because the first time that they try to do what you've asked them to do, it might not go great. It might not be anything like you pictured. And you need to praise the attempt. Just be like, I like what you did there. I see you. Thank you. And next time, can we add this as well? Can we tweak this as well? You are loving up their attempts. You are in there. You are in there with them, and you are trying, and you're being awkward, and you're figuring it out, and you guys are making mistakes together. You are accepting what they're doing, and you are rolling with it, even if it's not exactly what you wanted. So that is how I would have that conversation. Self-responsibility, get clear about what you want, why you want it, make the request. Would you be willing to do this very specific thing? And then be open to having the compromise and conversation about it, and love up the aftermath and every attempt that they make. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below, or you can join our mailing list. Again, the link is down below, and from there you can also send us emails with your questions, or if you have any video suggestions. I love talking about what you guys want to hear. Otherwise, I'm just going to talk about what I think you want to hear. And as I just said in this video, you know, I can't read your minds. So tell me what you want, and I will give it to you.